Hi there, it's Mr. Browning. Welcome to this tutorial on completing your amphibian survey. So glad you chose this project. I'm going to show you what it takes to get out there and complete your survey. I'm actually going to head out tonight to a local wetland area. I'm actually heading out there with Mrs. Browning, and so we've been doing a few things to get ready. First of all, we've been getting familiar with the different frog species. So we've been listening to calls. There's 3 different species that you need to be familiar with: the northern red-legged frog, also the Pacific tree frog, and the American bullfrog. So make sure you can identify those species by the sound of their call alone. And then I've got some supplies here that are going to help me complete my survey. One of the most important things is the protocol guide. It's got steps for you, and if you complete those steps, you're going to be in really good shape. So I've been working through the before you go section. It's got everything that you need before you get out there in the field. Once we get out there, we'll be able to follow along with the in the field section. Good idea, read this over ahead of time. Make sure you're all set up, you know what you're going to do out there. Watching this tutorial is going to help too. It's going to show you what you need to do as well. So I've got my protocol guide. I've also got my data sheet. Super important. That's where you're going to record your observations that you make while you're out there. It's also got some good tips and tricks for what to do. The other supplies are pretty basic. I've got a pencil. I've got my phone, which is actually just for recording a timer so that you can time your survey. And then also I have a headlamp. If you have a headlamp, great, that'll be really helpful. If you have a different kind of flashlight, that'll be good too. But you got to go out there when it's dark, so make sure you have some sort of light.
Okay, we're out with Mr. Browning. He's got a lot of stuff to share with you.
We've made it out to our survey location. We're in a swampy area. It's going to be a really good spot for frogs and other amphibians. We're listening for those 3 frog calls. We're not hearing anything now, and actually that's because we're here and we're talking and we've got the lights on, and so the frogs are hiding. I've got my protocol guide here. That's going to be super helpful for you when you're out in the field. You can just follow right along in step 6 where it says make and record your observations. So once again, make sure that you're 30 minutes after sunset, but do conclude your survey activity by 1 o'clock a.m. We've made sure that the weather is okay. It needs to be above 35 degrees Fahrenheit. It can't be super windy, and it also needs to be not raining too hard, really just so that you can hear the frogs. Up next, we need to fill out our data sheet. There's some background information to fill out here before you actually start your survey, and so I've started to do a little bit of that already. Our surveyor names are here. We've got our location. We've gotten the air temperature on here. We brought actually a thermometer with us. If you've got a thermometer you can bring, awesome. That'll be really good because you can kind of take into account the local variations. But if you just want to use the temperature off to your phone, that'll be fine as well. So the wind speed is low. We noticed that there's just a really slight, we can't actually even feel it, but we did notice that our breath was not moving straight up, but it was actually blowing in the wind a little bit. So we rated that as number 1, light air. Once you've got your data sheet filled out here, we'll actually start listening to frogs. Remember that there is a 2-minute wait time, so we need to turn off the lights, be totally quiet for 2 minutes, and then we'll actually start our 3-minute listening period. During that 3 minutes, start a timer on your phone so that you can do exactly 3 minutes, and then you'll rank what species you heard and what calling intensity. Okay, we just finished up our survey. I want to give a shout out here to Mrs. Browning, who is along for the survey as well. It's a good reminder for you to bring a friend or a family member from your household. It was really dark out here, and we were glad there were 2 of us. So we didn't actually hear any frog calls tonight, which was disappointing for us, but actually it's a really important observation. Remember, As we're tracking frogs, there's some that we're really curious about where they're at and where they've moved to. The American bullfrog is one of those, as its territory spreading. But we're also really interested in which things that we're not hearing and where are frogs missing. That can tell us a lot about the state of the environment. It's really easy for species to disappear and not notice if no one is watching.